the iX. Okay, the iX is the brand's Grand Coupe's first electric vehicle. Actually, we have the 2 Grand Coupe, we have the 8 Grand Coupe, but this is the 4th Grand Coupe's electric version, but they haven't launched the 4 Grand Coupe yet. But this is the i4. It will be as same as the 4 Series Grand Coupe. Okay, so this car, globally it was revealed 2 months ago. Actually, it's very impressive, and many medias come through with many comments, and many people also loved it. Okay, this uses the design element same as the 4 Series. Okay, the lights, even the big humongous kidney grills, and many people has been called this as a beaver teeth, but this is it. It's really nice looking, very intricate. When you look at it the first time, you thought it would be ugly, but it grows on me very fast, just like the 4 Series and the M3 and the M4. It uses the same design, but the differences is the grille is no longer have the open and shut function. It's just a plastic piece which they have a blue elements in there, and then the headlights is the same thing as the 4 Series. You have optional laser lights and the standard LED headlights. Okay, so obviously in the BMW lineup we have the i3, i8, and this will be the new sibling, which is the i4. And many rumors have going on that if this car will come in Malaysia as soon as possible. Okay, so this car is exactly in the same thumbprint as the 3 Series, except this is a Grand Coupe. And if you do not know, this competes with the Tesla Model 3 and Audi's e-tron. Okay, so we have 2 specs, which is the iDrive 40 and the M50. So the first electric M will be that, and the eDrive 40. Okay, which means if it's a combustion engine car, it uses a 3-liter engine, but this one is full electric. So there's only one single motor in the single rear mounted, okay, which produces 335 horsepower, 0 to 100 5.7 seconds. It's quite fast actually, 335 horsepower, same as your M340i, but it's a bit of less number of horsepower, but this runs in 5.7 seconds. That's impressive actually. Sedan below 6 seconds. And then the M50 has one electric motors in the front end and in the rear end, so we have totally combined as 2, which produces 536 horsepower, 0 to 100 in under 4 seconds, 3.9 seconds. That's impressive. Okay, almost similar to an M3 or an M4. Okay, but just a single seconds of differences. And the M50, okay, you have the all-wheel drive option, okay, and then you have the rear-wheel drive option. It depends on you which one you're going to choose. Okay, but we don't know yet what will be the Malaysian specs. So and in terms of miles, okay, the estimated driving range for the eDrive 40 will be 300 miles, and the all-wheel drive i4 will be 240 miles. There's a significant down there. And it features 81.5 kilowatt battery, which is quite big as well. So in terms of charging, it takes 8 hours to 0 to 100% charge. Okay, but you have the AC and the DC converter in the petrol fuel tank. Okay, so which means they don't fit the port in the front of the bumper or the rear of the bumper. They just fit in the fuel outlet, so you just can charge anytime you want. AC and DC outlet. Okay, home charging obviously. And one thing that is surprising is the M50 i4 would have the optional the sound system. So which means from the exhaust, because this car don't come with any exhaust, just like the Porsche Taycan, so it has a recuperation system which will generate sound. That is impressive. Okay, it was designed by a music director, okay, to encapsulate the M classy sound. So it's quite epic because this is the first time BMW has done it, and it's really impressive. And in terms of the interior, they made a lot of changes. It comes in the 3 Series interior, but the main changes is the iDrive 8. So you have curved IX display, okay, which was found in the iX, So they have fitted that in the i4, which means you have a 12.3 inches for the speedometer, and the infotainment will be 14.9 inch. So that's a significant step up than the 3 Series, which features 10.25 inches touchscreen. And yep, so it is really impressive actually. The new interior is there, and then they reduce some of the buttons, but however in the middle they still uses the iDrive console as the same as 3 Series. If you want to check out my 3 Series review, I will put the link in the up, and if you want to take a look at my Porsche Taycan video, I will put the link in the description. So yep, you can watch it, at least you know what briefly what is the changes. And then in terms of the space, okay, they have been shortened the wheelbase a bit compared to the 3 Series. The boot space is 10 liters lesser than the i4, which will be 470 liters. Okay, it's a Grand Coupe. So yep, in terms of the space, yep, it should sacrifice a bit because of the slopey roofline of the i4. But I love the front end and the rear end, looks really good. And the rear end, you have a 4 Series headlights, tail lights, okay, which means it's slopey, not like the 3 Series. So, and other than that, many comments have been going on. The i4 roof is more dramatic than the 3. Obviously, yes, it's very dramatic. I love it. So, other than that, there's nothing much of differentials. Yeah, you have a 5G connectivity capabilities for the iDrive 8, so which will be the new introduction. And the safety and assistance features, it's completely new. You have a driving professional system, but of course auto braking in that kind of sense is there, but this is the level 2 autonomous driving, so it's more capable to do a lot of things compared to the driving professional system. Okay, so yep, that's it for the i4. And in terms of design, I love it. They've done it really good, they have nailed it. But the interior, the curved screen is quite similar to the Mercedes-Benz, but this is more like the Samsung OLED TV, which is curved. But yep, that's it. The most interesting vehicle from BMW electric range, the BMW iX. Okay, so as I just talk about the i4, the iX is the BMW's first ever SUVs electric. Okay, so of course the i4, i8, i3 and iX, so this is it, the next generation of BMW's SUV. So we have 3 variants to choose from, which is the eDrive 40, eDrive 50, it should be the xDrive, and then the M60. So the M60 would be they have never been revealed yet, okay, because it should be expensive, and yep, they haven't released any details for the M60, so we're going to focus about this 50 and the 40 version. So yep, let's do it. Okay, so firstly, this car was in the under concept and consideration to bring into production plant. So back then in 2018, they come with the concept car. So yep, initially that was their design. So many people loved it, many people don't. Some of them also don't prefer it because was totally different than what BMW built. And they also name it that's be the future of their crossovers and their SUVs. But yes, so after 4 years of thinking and planning, they brought in the production in 2022. So this will come to the production in early 2022. It's just details and the leaks. So yep, they have officially bringing it. So which means the 40 model, okay, the 50 and the 40 model, the xDrive 50 produces 516 horsepower. That's a lot, immense, just with a single electric motor. Okay, so all-wheel drive is standard in the iX variant. Obviously it's iX, so yes, xDrive should be there. And 0 to 100 in 4.6 seconds. That's impressive for an SUV, don't forget it. Okay, so most of the SUVs, sports SUVs, they are below 4 seconds or higher than 4 seconds, but this is one of them in it. Okay, so the M60 would produce more than 600 horsepower, so you imagine how fast it would be. So yep, that is a good decision from BMW. And top speed is 124 miles per hour, and the xDrive 15 model, okay, so it's over 600 horsepower. the 40 will be around 400 horsepower, but they have reduced it. And you also have an adjustable air suspension and rear steering. So this will be the new stuff for any BMW. And in terms of the charging and the range and the battery life, okay, the iX sports a very large 103.6 kilowatt of battery pack. Okay, so it will offer around 300 miles, same as the i4, and it's per charge. Okay, so you have a DC fast charging in the iX, so which means you can charge your car very fast as soon as possible, and from 10% to 80% it just can do in 35 minutes. That's damn fast. Okay, even an iPhone 12 can't charge as fast as this. So good capabilities from BMW, and yep, it will be hard to do that kind of situation in the iX. Okay, but they have nailed it. 35 minutes, that's really fast. And BMW also has partnered this car with the EVgo, okay, which will provide a network of charging stations. Okay, here in Malaysia we do have a lot of charging stations in the shopping malls, in the petrol station. Yep, so they have partnered in their EVgo platform. Okay, so you have a level 2 home charging station. So this will be very fast, and yep, in Malaysia that would be hopefully better, so you can charge your electric cars and you can use it. And this car has miles more than 630 kilometers. That's a lot. From here to Thailand to Hatia, you could just travel in a single charge. That's really good. Okay, and in terms of the interior, is the same thing as the i4, but yep, the center console will be a bit different. The iDrive controller is a bit bigger, and the buttons is totally different than the iPhone. So this will be the feature of the SUVs, and this would be in the size of a mid-size of an X6 and an X5. So it would be similar to the X5 in terms of size, in terms of boot space, in terms of practicality. But this car offers a very good practicality. But in terms of design, yes, there is a cons there, because they doesn't really make the car as good looking as an X5 or an X6. Okay,